We've covered a lot of ground so far, and there's plenty more to cover. Having said that, there is no way on earth we can cover everything in Linux. And I can guarantee you that there will never ever be a Linux course that teaches you everything in Linux. As a matter of fact, you don't need to do that. You actually do not need to go and learn every single command in Linux. The way to go about developing your Linux skills and getting better and better at it is learning how to use the necessary tools whenever you need to. And the way you can do that is by knowing and learning how to get help. And this is what we're going to be covering in this section. We're going to be covering how and when to get help and how to use manuals when necessary. So let's say you come across a file that you have no clue what this file is. It has a weird file extension and you don't even know what tool you can use with that file. What do you do in this case? You use a command called file and the name of the file. This determines the format of the file and it gives you an output that says this is the type of the file. And then you can use another command called apropos with any keyword that you choose that will tell you what command you can use. Let's see that in action. I'm going to cd into a directory called word lists. This is the directory where we have a number of what we call password dictionaries that we use in password attacks. You'll learn about this in detail in the more advanced courses. For now, let's cd into the directory, typing cd/user/share/wordlists, and I got my eye on this rocku.txt.gz file. Now, assuming I'm completely new to Linux, I look at this and I have no idea what this file is. What on earth is this .gz file? Fear not, all I need to do is type file and the name of the file, and I get an output that says this is a gzip compressed data. Alright, now I'm getting somewhere. Now at least I know what kind of file this is. I pull out another tool from my arsenal and I type apropos gzip. Please tell me what tools I can use with these gzip files. I look at the output and it looks like the first one is the one that makes sense. I can use gzip to compress or expand files. Alright, perfect. So what is this tool? Which gzip tells me it's under /bin/gzip. Excellent. So now I know the type of the file, I know what tool I can use to decompress this file, and I know exactly where it is. But hold on a second. That doesn't necessarily mean I know how to use this command. To find out what I can do with this command, I can use the man command. Man stands for manual. And almost every tool in Linux would have a manual attached to it. But what exactly is the name of the manual for the gzip tool? I can find out by using the man-k option, which asks Linux to please go and find all the manual files associated with the keyword that I'm looking for. In this case, it's gzip. And Linux tells me there's a man file called gzip and another one called zforce. Excellent. We'll see in a second how we look into man files, but let's say I just want a quick help. I don't want to go through pages and pages of manuals. One option I can use is the --help. So I type gzip --help and I have a quick list of options that I can use with this tool. And here we can also see that the -h will do the same thing. So if I type gzip -h, I'll get the same help output. This, by the way, applies to almost every command that you use in Linux. Type the command -h or --help and you'll get a quick help output. If that's not enough for me and I want more information, this is where I can pull out the manual, and to do that, I'll type man gzip and the manual opens. I can use the up and down key to go up one line or down one line. I can use the page up key or the page down key to go up and down one page. And if I want to return to the beginning of the manual, I can just hit G. Or if I want to go to the end of the manual, I can type Shift G. Usually at the end of the manuals, you'll find very useful examples. Let's say I want to search for a keyword, compress for example. To do that, I hit the / key, which gives me the option to start typing. I type compress and I hit enter, and notice how all the compressed words are highlighted in my text. If I want to move to the next word, I hit the N key. If I want to go back to the previous one, it's Shift plus N. And when I'm done reading the manual, to leave, all I need to do is hit the Q key.